Alrighty, people. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, and it's graduation day. Hold up your pepper, everybody. At this point, I want you to imagine streamers, fireworks, party favors. This is a celebration. We did it. You did it. Today, now, it may have taken you a week to get to this point where you're eating a whole one. It may have taken you a month, but regardless, it may have taken you 3 days. You may have done it just on schedule with me. Either way, we're doing it. We're eating a full red habanero. Now, this is the class where we're, so somebody's seeing me for the first time on this video. It's a class where we all are building our tolerances together. We started with jalapeno, which was between 2,000 and 8,000 Scoville heat units. From there, we went to Fresno, which was about 2,500 to about 10, right? So from there, we went to Serrano, which was 10 to 25. And now we're on red habanero. Now the red habanero is between 100 and 300, so we're getting to the area now. And the truth of the matter is, even at the beginning level, if you're a new chili head, you want to be prepping before you eat something. So in the notes that you're making, you're going to write down what you prepped with. Today someone was in the comment. I answered somewhere. It was either, it must have been in a comment. Someone asked what the best thing to prep with. Starchy stuff is good. Honestly, one of the best, it's gonna work. It's a really good thing to prep with is a couple of bananas, or if you're not eating something too hot, maybe just a single banana. But banana is something good. You just don't want to eat the pepper on an empty stomach. You're asking for trouble if you do that. All right, so you're gonna write down what the pepper tasted like, what it smelled like, when did the burn start, where was it, what was it like. How bad did it get from 1 to 10? How long did it last? Your notes, you know what I mean? And then it's a good thing to do because it's what I've learned with taking notes and doing a journal. It's most beneficial when you go back and read what you've read. That's when that's when I learn anyway. I don't know if everybody else is the same. I'm going to pull the stem off this thing. These pods were grown by Clayton Hollingsworth. So Clayton, thank you so much. There'll be a link for Clayton in the description box. He was a great guy. So this is the red habanero. We're doing this together, you and me. I'm proud of you. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat. I had this theory. It hit me when I was showering today. I know that, we all know that, well, we should know, and I'm telling you, if you don't know, the more you chew your pepper up, I mean really chew it up really, really well, the easier time you're going to have in your stomach. It's almost like the capsaicin, you're going to take the beating in your mouth, you're going to take it in your stomach. If you chew it up a couple times and swallow it because it's hot and you want to get it out of your mouth, you're doing a number on your stomach because it's having to digest a big chunk of pepper. You know what I mean? If you chew up really well and you swallow it, it's already half digested. I mean, it takes, the other thing is this, the longer you chew it in your mouth, the more you're going to get a burn in your mouth. So we got, just remember that, chew it up well. That pepper was very, very fruity. On a scale from 1 to 10, it was probably a 6 out of 10 for fruitiness. No earthy tones, no smokiness. It was not sweet. May have been 1 out of 10 for floral. And really no bitterness. It was just a lovely tasting pepper. That's why it's such a great pepper in sauces and powders, and it's just a great pepper. Very versatile. So I thought about a good top 10 list. Now I've traveled a lot in life in general. You know, I made a whole bunch of trips to Russia years and years ago, and I've been very blessed to travel around. But when I started the channel, I went around the world a couple of times and really just did a lot of traveling. And you can't walk to those places, so it required a ton of flights. I have flown over the years for the channel so many times. It's just early on in the channel's history, I used to do live streams to Facebook on the tarmac while eating peppers right before the takeoff. Then I got people weirded out about it, and then the pandemic happened, and people got weird about planes in general. Plus, it's hard to eat it. Anyhow, but I thought a good top 10 list would be the top 10 airlines. The majority of folks have traveled, have flown. If you haven't flown before, then this could be a boring top 10 list for you. So my apologies. But if you traveled, and the other thing that's funny about this top 10 list, regardless of where the carrier lands on this scale of 1 to 10, somebody's had a terrible, horrific, just a nightmare of an experience on that carrier, I promise you. So we'll go through. Number 10 is All Nippon Airways, ANA. All Nippon Airways is a Japanese airline founded in 1952. Headquartered in Tokyo. Operates primarily in Asia, as well as some international destinations. It's a member of Star Alliance and known for high quality. Number 9, United. I've had a terrible experience on United. United Airlines, based in Chicago, Illinois, was founded in 1926. You figure they'd have it down by 1926. It's a major airline carrier with large international domestic route network. It's Star Alliance member. Number 8 on the list, Etihad Airways. Never even heard of them. Etihad Airways is based in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, that's how it sounds like, Abu Dhabi. United Arab Emirates, and was established in 2003. I've heard amazing thing about Abu Dhabi. I've had friends that have been there. You know what I mean? Interesting. Serves a wide range of international destinations, known for luxurious cabins and high standards of service, which is the reason I don't know about them. I'm sure it's really expensive to fly them. Pretty cool, though. You got to be kidding me. Listen to this. In business class, you get your own mini bar with drinks, snacks. You get a blanket for sleeping, a full bed. Shut up. That's why it's on the list. Doesn't that sound comfortable? So all of a sudden, I want to go to Abu Dhabi, for real. All right, number 7, American Airlines. Major airline based in Fort Worth, Texas, founded in 1930. One of the largest airlines in the world in terms of revenue and fleet size. They got a lot of planes. Number 6 on the list, JetBlue. Since listen to this, they were founded in 98. So kind of an absolute newcomer to the list. You know, we've been talking about 1926 and 1930. 98. Primarily serves destinations within the U.S., but does have some expanded routes internationally, including the Caribbean and Latin America. Let's go on. Number 5, Southwest. I think I've had mostly good experience on Southwest. I may have had a bad one. The cool thing about Southwest is they don't give you a seat number, a seat assignment. You just grab whatever seat's there, and that's kind of a cool thing. I dig that part. I think that's kind of a neat thing. Started in 1967. I'm not going to talk about it. I was born before then. It is the world's largest low-cost carrier, focusing mainly on point-to-point service. That's a good thing. Straight shots, you don't get them too often nowadays. Excuse me. It's the red habanero talking. Number 4, And I don't know how to say this. Because I've heard it spelled different ways. I've heard it pronounced Qatar. I've heard it pronounced Qatar or Qatar. That is the place. That's what I'm not sure how to spell. I'm going to tell you a funny story, and I swear it's a true one. I wonder if I should tell the story. Sure, I'm going to tell it anyway. What are you going to do? And when I was in college, I dated a girl whose best friend, we won't say her name, we'll just call her Karen, because it's a funny name nowadays. Not a funny name, but people use that name a lot. Actually, her name is Karen. Here's the deal. Her name was Karen. She was dating a dude. I'm not going to say his name. I won't say his name, but he was a prince of Qatar. And he was in an engineering program. And I don't remember what her course of study was. But they started dating. True story. Oh, man, I wonder if I should tell this story. I'm going to tell it anyway. I'm going to do it. We'll do it live. So they started dating, and she was just head over heels for this guy. His parents didn't like it. He had an arranged marriage in his country, and he was royalty. True story, man. It's a true story. Anyway, I remember Parents' Weekend. His parents flew from Qatar, and they had like a dozen Rolls Royces. I went to his, I knew him. We hung out sometimes, and I went by her apartment during Parents' Weekend, and there were a dozen, at least a dozen. Let's just say 10. There was probably more than a dozen, but let's just say 10, so I'm being conservative. Rolls Royces lined up. Just that they flew in for a Parents' Weekend at the university I went to. Anyway, the father says, this is the story that I was told by my girlfriend, who was her best friend. The father, he proposed to her, ring and all. She said yes. They were going to get married. The father said, if you marry her, I'm washing my hands of you. If you have an arranged marriage at home and you're royalty. So what do you think this dude did? He graduated and jetted back to Qatar. But that's a true story. Anyway, they founded in 1993. State-of-the-art fleet, exceptional service. Flies to more than 160 destinations globally. It's a member of the One World Alliance. That is a true story, by the way. Number 3, Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines. Founded in 1972. Is the hub of the Singapore Changi Airport. Has its hub at the Singapore Changi Airport. It has a reputation for excellent customer service and in-flight amenities. When I flew to the Philippines, I flew out of San Francisco, and I can't remember what airlines it was, but there was another airlines also flying to Asia, and every one of the flight attendants was dressed in this beautiful Asian garb, like these gowns. It was really amazing. Anyway, number 2 is Delta. Had a bad experience with them as well. Delta, commonly referred to as, or Delta Airlines, commonly referred to as Delta. That's what it says. I'm reading it. It's funny. It's a major airlines founded in 1924 with headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Operates 5,000 flights a day. Serves an extensive network of destinations worldwide. Founding member of SkyTeam Airlines. It's funny, all the big, the old ones, United, American, and Delta, 26, 24, and 30. I've had problems on all of them. It is what it is. When you fly, here's the deal. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just things happen. When you fly enough, things happen. You know what I mean? Anyway, the last one, number 1, Emirates Airlines. It's a Dubai-based. I have friends that have been to Dubai, and they absolutely love it. Kind of want to go, kind of scared. Anyway, Emirates is a Dubai-based airline founded in 1985, known for its luxurious in-flight service and the largest operator of Airbus A330 and the Boeing 777 aircraft. The airline serves more than 150 destinations to over 80 countries. Well, there you have the top 10. What's your favorite airline? Do you even have one? The other question I want you to answer in the chat, if you'll be willing to do this. If you're still listening at this point, man, thank you. But here's the other thing I want to ask you. Do you have a certain, like, when I was a little kid, just like every kid, I wanted a window seat. I wanted to look out and see where we're going. Now, I want an aisle seat. The last thing I want is a window seat, and I certainly don't want to get stuck between two people. That's a bummer for me. So what seat do you prefer? I'm curious. Congratulations to everybody who graduated the Red Habanero class. I am proud of you. The next one, I want you to go back and eat the same portion that you ate the first time you tried a red habanero or the pepper that you used in this series. And then compare how hot it is now to where it was when you first started. You'll see a difference. Also in the comment section, please let me know what pepper we should go to next. Now I have some peppers now that I got from Lone Star, but I do not have enough to do. I don't have enough to do a series. I have some more peppers coming. So if I have enough to do a series, we'll take it to the next heat level. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your participation. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Clayton Hollingsworth. He's the one who provided the peppers for this series. Great grower, good guy to know. Right here, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr. Wish him a good, happy birthday today. It's my son's birthday. He's a good young man, and I'm proud of him. So, and the other one down below is you're going to see the lifeboat. You know all the regular stuff. You know where it is. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.